First tonight, an awful crash on a New York State raceway involving famed NASCAR racer Tony Stewart. It killed a 20-year-old man on the track in front of a crowd of spectators. The tragedy captured on video as it unfolded in instants. This news has stunned the sports community. Our Casey Jones is on top of the developments for us with what the latest is on this situation. Casey, obviously a difficult one to talk about.
Yeah, Leon, in an instant, the whole racing world changed, as the world did for Tony Stewart, as well as the news and the shockwaves of this accident start to really settle in. Now, Leon, Stewart is known for racing in some of these smaller hometown tracks on his off nights from that Sprint Cup circuit. Now, in that race last night, it was a dirt track, and 20-year-old Kevin Ward Jr. spun out after being bumped by Stewart. Then he climbed out of his car on the track as the other racers started to realize that the caution flag was out. Ward then pointing out Stewart's number 14 car, and, well, he can't get out of the way. He flew 50 feet, was transported to a hospital as EMTs worked on him, and he died at the hospital. Stewart was visibly shaken at Watkins Glen today, where the NASCAR boys were racing, but he didn't take part in the race. He did, however, though, release this statement via Twitter saying, "There aren't words to describe the sadness I feel about the accident that took the life of Kevin Ward Jr. It's a very emotional time for all involved. My thoughts and prayers are with his family, friends, and everyone affected by this tragedy." Of course, Stewart himself very much affected by this tragedy. Now, no criminal charges have been filed. However, investigators out in New York, upstate New York, where this race was, they said that they haven't ruled out criminal charges, but if you look at the video, it doesn't really look like there was criminal intent in the accident.
Right, and of course, they've got to forward it to the prosecutor. That's standard protocol in something like this. And of course, there is that talk of, because of Stewart's known personality, you know, of whether or not this is intentional. But you're right. These folks, you got to remember, are going so fast on that track.
Well, I mean, Stewart is one of the brasher drivers on the NASCAR circuit, but you take a look at that video, a dirt track, a dimly lit track. Kevin Ward Jr. was wearing a dark black suit, and they're just coming off full speed and getting slower and slower for that caution.
And when you say full speed, we're talking what kind of speeds on this track?
These are the sprint cars. I mean, they're probably going anywhere from 50 to 70 miles an hour, maybe upwards in the 90s. They're not going nearly the 200 miles an hour that you'll see on a NASCAR circuit, plus they're on dirt. A lot harder to stop, so it's just a tragic, awful accident for all involved.
All right, Casey, you'll continue to follow it, as will we. Thank you for that report.